In a world where there are more superhero shows than ever before, and a lot of them are actually pretty good, one show dares to buck the trend by being completely terrible, but refuses to die despite declining ratings. Gotham seeks to remind you of an era when this stuff was just awful.
Prepare to die! Arigato, sensei.
Now one lobster will pay another guy he met in college to experience the worst superhero television series ever made. He will pay him minimum wage to see how many episodes of Gotham he can endure. How long will his buddy ZAVULE last before the show breaks him and he quits? Tune in now to find out in the Gotham Endurance Challenge.
You gotta love to be gone back yet. Lobster's a 10 out of 10, don't you grab it.
Welcome to Lobster Magnets Review the channel. Now, I promised that we weren't going to do low-effort content, but this is a little bit of a special case, something I've wanted to do for a while. A little something I call the Gotham Endurance Challenge, where I force my buddy ZAVULE for minimum wage or PlayStation 4 controllers right now. And it looks like I owe you a PlayStation 4 controller.
Fuck yeah. All right, I am 8 episodes in, and right up until I watched the introduction that I have no context for, I was all excited to, like, maybe I can defend this series. It's not that bad. I walked in, I basically walked in expecting someone to have inadvertently made Batman 66.
You know,
without Batman. like that's basically what I expected out of this. Like, I'm just gonna walk in and it's gonna be like fucking Jim Gordon running around with shark repellent punching Balloon Man or something.
You know, as it goes on, it gets more 66, but, like, I think the reason why I like Gotham, or I love to hate Gotham, is that, like, and why I find it incredibly fascinating, is that, like, it's a show that, like, thinks it's, like, kind of highbrow, you know, prestige television, but, and, like, you're sort of in that phase where, like, so right now you're liking the show.
Okay,
which infuriates me.
I did not expect to actually be enjoying myself. I mean, the way you were talking about this, I was basically expecting to just start hammering my face against the nearest wall. And I had to say, I was pleasantly surprised that was not the case.
Which infuriates me, but then again...
I would not call this great television, like, just prestige television by any stretch of the imagination. This is not Breaking Bad. It thinks it is.
It completely thinks it is.
Look, having literally no context for this show, I didn't even assume that. I basically feel like I'm watching the most overfunded version of the comics I've ever seen. And for that, just for what it is, I'm enjoying the fuck out of it. I mean, I'll be honest here, I didn't think I would ever actually see someone make me enjoy Balloon Man. Anything other than...
How can you like Balloon Man? Balloon Man is so stupid!
Of course it's fucking stupid. The comics are stupid. Jesus Christ, you have, like, how many... Was it 90 or 100 years of Batman?
It's 75. There's, like, 75 years of Batman.
There we fucking go. But point being, it's like, look, we have, like, 75 fucking years of crazy, incoherent bullshit. And I have to say, I'm kind of enjoying the crazy, incoherent bullshit.
But this is like a series that, like, thinks it's like the Dark Knight. It's like, oh, Jim Gordon's the man. He's the guy who is he gonna cross the line? Oh, is he gonna cross the line this episode? I don't know, Jim Gordon. The line's right there. Are you gonna cross it? No, I'm not gonna cross the line. But oh, I'm an anti-hero, so maybe I will cross the line.
I haven't seen him be an anti-hero yet.
Not yet, but it happens.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Look, I mean, I'm more than willing to cede you the point after seeing the weird pot-bellied pig and Look, okay, I mean, I was, like, really excited because they had, like, Seanis, the fucking Black Mass, and all that shit, like, oh, this is actually kind of a neat take on this. I mean, it's balls out crazy. This is something I would expect out of, like, a fucking anime, and given that I watch a lot of anime, I guess that's part of what is just, like, kind of inoculated me about how balls out crazy the series is.
I don't know, there was a great quote that someone said that, like, this series is, like, too ridiculous to be this silly and too silly to be this, serious.
Again, having expected literally nothing out of the fucking series, I am having fun so far. Once I get to the point where there's some weird pot-bellied pig, or, I mean, I guess the point where some jackass waves a katana around, or whatever the fuck, I mean, I guess at that point, we'll have to revisit this. But I just finished episode 8. I just got through the weird murder cult, or the financial murder cult. That was a lot of fun.
You like the evil Wall Street people who have, like, the mysterious Fight Club?
Yeah, why the fuck not? I mean, dude,
I can't believe all right, so this is where
have you seen the shit put up?
This is where we're gonna get into the internet blood sport. You like specifically brought me to the Telltale thing, the Telltale Batman. You're like, oh my god, this is the worst thing in the world. Why is do we have Cockney Penguin, and why do we have Harvey Dent, who's like a super muscular? And I'm like, this is
he
that
looks
bad.
Like Stan from American Dad, motherfucker.
So he's like a very alpha male kind of figure in this version.
He's not supposed to look like that. Fuck your shit.
Well, we're not supposed to have balloon mans that inspire, fucking Bruce Wayne's vigilanteism. But look, this is where we are. This is where we're at.
And again, I have to say, I actually kind of like how Bruce Wayne is being handled right now. This is a really weird turnabout that actually makes me kind of like Batman. I mean, because again,
how so? Because a lot
of my problem with Batman has always been you're a rich douchebag spending way too much money gallivanting around like a jackass when, a couple $1 million to the local school and police department could fix a lot of your problems.
So that's like the entire point of the Telltale game that you can't seem to stand. But so how is this version of Bruce Wayne like appeasing
Cockney
that?
Handsome Penguin is just so fucking weird to me. I can't get past it.
I don't. And Penguin, that's like, I'm gonna be.
Look, if you really want to make this a fucking endurance challenge, okay, pay me to play that game. All right,
fuck you, this game's
buy me
good.
a fucking copy of the game and pay me to play it, and maybe I'll change my fucking mind.
This is driving me. I can't. These two minor things, and also the fucking Arkham games that everyone loved. You're like, yeah, they're okay. I don't like them because I think it would be
Arkham City. That is the stupidest fucking conceit I've ever heard.
Oh my god! And the Balloon Man is good.
I mean, no, but that's basically what I'd expect out of the comics. So whatever.
And why is Arkham City something you wouldn't expect out of the comics?
I mean, it is, but that's a level of fucking stupidity that I'm just gonna walk away from. Okay, just maybe.
You just seem to have this
okay,
weird...
let me fucking try and explain. Okay,
okay. Yeah.
Look, we already have enough problems with Arkham. Everybody knows that Arkham is basically easier to break out of than just locking someone in a fucking closet with a sledgehammer behind the fucking door. Okay, this is not a fucking problem. You just walk the fuck out of Arkham whenever the fuck you want. So, okay, here's my plan. What if, and this sounds crazy, what if we just took them and put them basically in a city all by themselves where they do whatever the fuck they want all the time? And that's basically it. Are you fucking insane? That is the dumbest. Mr. Freeze had his suit. Are you seriously telling me? I understand the bloody fucking blah. Hugo Strange, blah blah, fucking working for I know.
Ra's al Ghul, why don't you purify them and bomb them?
Wank, bloody fucking blah. Okay, but how much bribe money did that take to actually get that off the ground? Because I'm pretty sure literally everyone in Gotham would look at that and go, that is not only a terrible fucking idea, that is dangerous. That is dangerous as shit. I'm pretty sure the people they bribed had to go, okay, cool, I'll vote for it, but in addition to the like millions of dollars you are giving me, I also want a one-way plane ticket the fuck out of this goddamn city as soon as this is built.
But like it's the safe segregated city. It puts them all away.
No, it's not.
And it's like the most classic setup. It's like Escape from New York with Batman villains.
Everyone had that's fucking stupid.
You're willing to accept the idea that like a rich vigilante goes around and beeps up people, and you draw the line about a city filled with supervillains.
Yeah, but I don't fucking like Batman. He's a jackass. He's a rich jackass. And again, there are basically two ways that kind of fix how I deal with Batman. One is when you basically draw the line so high above anything a normal person could fit that Batman becomes necessary. Like, say, Darkseid.
So you're saying you accept Batman when he's not so much like dealing with street ruffians, but when he's in Justice League, kind of, and he's sort of like the straight man.
Yeah. Well, basically, when the Justice League shows up and Batman is basically the brains of the operation, dealing with other people with superpowers, making sure that everybody else doesn't go completely off the fucking rails. Because again, it's like Batman has enough money that investing that much in him at that point makes sense, because just throwing it around everywhere, I mean, he's never going to match the US budget on say like military operations. That's not going to happen. But somehow him investing that much money in himself means he can help stop Darkseid from destroying the Earth. Okay, sure. I will go with that. Why the fuck not? I don't hate you for that.
Here's a good question. I think that will like give people. What are your like favorite Batman stories? What are like the interpretations that you've enjoyed him the most in?
Arkham Asylum, A Serious House on Serious Earth.
So why? So okay, so that's your favorite Batman story. So how come you didn't like the Arkham Asylum, the first game, which was basically kind of like a loose adaptation of that?
I mean, I enjoyed it, but I mean it at the end of the day, it really did kind of gloss over the entire point of Arkham Asylum, which was Batman is fucking insane and belongs in there with everyone else. He's out of his fucking mind.
So you wanted that sequence in the game where even though they have like those scarecrow sequences where like Batman kind of goes out of his mind even though it doesn't really punish.
Yeah, basically there was no punishment. But look, anyway, part of my point, that part of why I kind of enjoy this series, despite how you're right, Balloon Man is fucking crazy, but part of the reason I'm going along with it and enjoying it so much is how well they're handling Bruce Wayne so far. I've enjoyed that.
What about because like it's funny. I love to hate Gotham, but like I will say that like I feel like some of the actors do a good job. I think the kid for Bruce Wayne was like pretty good. So far,
Bruce Wayne is fucking fantastic. He's probably one of my favorite parts of the series, along with Penguin.
Really? Why do you like little Bruce Wayne so much?
The fact that they show exactly how broken he is, and again, I do like the fact that they've done a weird inverted kind of thing with how Batman normally works. Normally, Batman shows up, beats the crap out of a bunch of poor people trying to mug people.
And then that sort of leads to an escalation.
Weirder shit keeps showing up. And it's basically, maybe not implied, but if you sit down and look at it for like 5 fucking minutes, you kind of come to the conclusion that maybe a masked jackass running around beating the shit out of people isn't the best thing for this city's mental health. And I kind of like the fact, even though you're right, it's not very believable, this city was batshit crazy well before Bruce Wayne showed up. And so clearly the answer to some asshole launching people into the air with weather balloons and some douchebag holding a fucking 1% Fight Club or someone hypnotizing people into believing they're a demonic spirit and murdering people. or any of the other crazy bullshit that goes on the city.
Did you see the one with the venom with the Bane thing?
Yeah. Like, just clearly the answer to all of this, all of the crazy bullshit, all the masks, everything, is to have some other asshole dress up in a fucking bat suit and punch them until they stop.
That is like the strongest argument I've ever heard for any of this dumb bullshit that happens in this series.
That is why I like it so much. It's like, if you turn it around, it's like, okay, Batman shows up, starts punching people who were clearly just let down by the system and would have been better served by a stronger social services and welfare safety net and all of this shit. But he didn't bother because he's angry about the death of his parents, so he just starts beating the shit out of people who will probably never get better because there is no system in place for them to get better, which is fine because that's really all he wants, is to keep punching people to make himself feel better. I mean, that's kind of terrible. But in this series, for whatever fucking reason, this city was out of its fucking mind. Like, he's like, what, 12, maybe 14 tops? Like, 10 years before he gets here, he shows up wearing a bat mask, and apparently he's just gonna get fucking weirder. And this, to me, is just like, you know what? Yeah, I'll buy into this. I'll buy into the fact that this city is so insane and has so much of a fucking problem that the only way to stop it is to have some jackass show up with like $1 billion worth of crazy bullshit and start kicking people in the nuts whenever they show up. Like, hey, maybe we should have a 1% fight club. Punched in the nuts. Hey, you know that guy that's been running around dressed in a fucking goat mask? Punched in the nuts. Who keeps doing it? Because apparently the cops aren't going to do it. Oh yeah, it's this crazy guy in a bat costume. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. All right. With everything else going in the city, I'll buy the guy in the bat costume. Maybe they'll just be so fucking weirded out by the fact that the person arresting them isn't some guy in a fucking uniform anymore. It's this jackass in a cape and cowl that maybe there's like, okay, all right, I thought I was the weirdest thing in this city. I thought nothing could stop me because I was the scariest fucking thing in this city. Nope. There's a jackass in a fucking bat mask that showed up in a cloud of smoke. Maybe I should retire. Maybe it's time to stop.
It's just a response to all the weird crap. Honestly, though, from a creative standpoint...
Yes, the best way to save Gotham is to out-weird everyone else. Until everyone else is so uncomfortable that they don't want to put on a mask anymore.
Hopefully we won't get this far, but in like season 4, like he puts on like a leather gimp suit, basically like a leather gimp suit to become proto-Batman.
Jesus Christ. So like he basically parodies Kick-Ass.
I don't even think the show's well aware enough to like know that they're doing that, but it just looks so weird because he's just got this leather face mask and it doesn't even look like a scuba suit, like the stupid Kick-Ass costume.
I have to say the one thing that has bugged me relentlessly. Okay, one of two things.
Yeah.
Is fucking Selena Kyle's like weird goggles.
Why?
I don't know. Look. I get it. You're desperately trying to show that she's fucking gonna be Catwoman when she grows up. But come on, guys, have a little more fucking incentive than that. Just be a little more ambitious. Don't just put goggles on her. I mean, you've already got her like prowling around like a cat and all this other good shit. You everyone fucking knows who Selena Kyle is. At least anyone who's probably going to watch this series with any kind of interest. Come on.
I can't believe that goggles are like the one thing that there's got to be more. If like Cockney Penguin is enough to make you like go, "Rah!"
I mean, I'm kind of... Fish Mooney is growing a little bit on me, but for the first few episodes, she was just really overacting it.
Oh yeah, Jada Pinkett Smith just basically chews scenery.
Oh my god, it's... Like, honestly, I expected literally everyone to be in the series to be like her. That's really what I was expecting when I went in. I think I finally able to articulate that. Is basically I expected literally everyone to be act like scenery chewing at Fish Mooney's level, which is now you understand why I watched this and went, oh, this isn't so bad. This is actually kind of fun.
Yeah, I could sort of see that. I don't know. There's like the thing that I love to hate is that like when it starts off at like it's got like Maroney, and Maroney's like such like a he's like the Diet Coke version of Tony Soprano. He's like, I'm go look, and here's my restaurant and a Penguin. You're my guy, right? And you were in the phase where like we haven't quite gotten to the point where like the creative writer's room and showrunner have become so desperate for like Batman stuff that they just start throwing everything at the wall. We're still at the point where this is like a crime drama with little bits and seasonings of comic lore thrown about.
Yeah, which I'm enjoying so far. I assume it doesn't stay that way, and then I will get angry.
So you're enjoying the sort of formula of like Gordon has his case of the week alongside the sort of ongoing storylines of the Penguin and Bruce Wayne. You don't find any of the Bruce Wayne stuff a little bit repetitive where it's like, I gotta find out who shot my parents?
I mean, if they draw this out, how many seasons is it?
Oh god, 4 seasons.
Okay, I mean, if they go for 4 seasons, then yeah, it's gonna be really fucking repetitive and boring. But what, I'm 8 episodes in? I'm not gonna get bored of it that fast. Again, I watch shonen anime. I have a tolerance for drawn out bullshit. If I did, I would have stopped watching One Piece a long time ago.
But I feel like something like One Piece is like a little bit more tuned to like give you payoffs versus something like this where it's just sort of like, we ran out of so many Gotham. We've done just about every major minor Gotham villain that we're going to have Solomon Grundy's now in it.
I am kind of looking forward to see what the fuck they do with that. Again, I assume at some point I will get angry about it, and then I will just hit that point where the series jumps the shark so fucking hard I will do nothing but laugh hysterically.
I'm waiting for that point. I'm surprised that we like the Balloon Man. Like you were able to tolerate the Balloon Man.
Again, there's a lot of weird shit in the comics. Whatever.
But this is like a version, like, this is like Batman trying to pretend it's like, the Dark Knight. Like, there was even a quote from the showrunner.
But it's never gonna be, okay? It will never be that. And again, I had my sights so low that I Jesus Christ. They could have done almost anything and I would have been impressed by it. I mean, I realize now, looking back, you sold this to me as just being the worst thing I've ever fucking seen, and it probably will be at the end of season 2. But right now, it's not that bad.
But let's put this, though. If I wasn't paying you, you'd probably never watch this, though, right?
I mean, you had to pay me to start. Yeah. Hey, and I like the Penguin. He's probably my favorite character on this fucking show.
The poor guy. I hope he like gets something after Gotham ends.
Oh my god, I never cared about the Penguin before. Now I kind of like him.
And you have no issue with sociopath Penguin who kills a guy just to steal his shoes. Why the Penguin's just like a like why is like that like fine freaking?
He's a mob boss. The fuck do you want out of him?
He's pragmatic. He doesn't kill people unless he has to, and just stealing a shoe isn't worth it. but
I really like. I mean, I actually really like this character so far. I mean, he has like this really warped fucking set of values. Like he's kind of a monster, but I still kind of find myself going like, I kind of like him.
I will say though, he does a good job, and do you like this version of Alfred?
God, it's so weird. I mean, yes, but at the same time, Christ, it sounds like he's gargling rocks.
Well, this is the sort of like tough. I think Geoff Jones did like a Batman story that this version is like slightly based off of, where it's like, he's like a sort of like tough guy,
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Oh, can you hear me now?
You're breaking up. There we go. What's
All
up?
right. You know, it's from a Geoff Jones storyline where he's like kind of like this, oh, I'm a tough guy, British soldier, and I've got an accent, and I fight in bars while, you know, after going on a pub crawl version of Alfred.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, wasn't there a version of him where he was in, oh God, like the OSI or something?
Yeah, this is like slightly inspired by that version.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's an interesting version. I kind of like it. It's kind of fun, but I cannot get over the fact that I'm just sitting there like, Jesus Christ, that is the deepest voice I never expected out of Alfred.
Then but you have no issues with Alfred. And what do you think about the incredible Jim Gordon's wife, Barbara?
I am mostly just baffled that she came back after he's like, okay, I'm gonna tell you everything. Okay, now get the fuck on the bus and don't come back until I call you, because this is going to get stupid. I came back. Why? Why? What? After literally everything I just told you, why did you think that was a good idea? Also, what does she do for a living? I mean, we found out information about literally everyone else. The fuck does she do?
She's just like a rich socialite who like just hangs around and
say like how do they afford that like obscenely nice apartment?
That's a good question, because you'd expect Jim Gordon, GI Bill fund, properties cheaper in Gotham.
Oh, geez. I mean, if property's cheaper in Gotham, then everyone should have something that fucking amazing.
All right, so
Jesus
far,
Christ. I mean, fuck. I mean, that's really my question. Is like, is she just like absurdly rich and he's just kind of crashing there?
That's like not too far from the truth, but you'll see what they do with her. It's
like,
insane.
I know cops make halfway decent money, and with the amount of overtime he's probably pulling in, I mean, he probably makes really good money, but I don't think he makes like penthouse in a like gorgeously remodeled clock tower kind of money.
And what do you think of Harvey Bullock, his good old trusty partner?
Out of everything they've done with it, I think at first I was a little baffled, because I like, isn't he supposed to be the not dick cop? I mean, maybe not dick cop, but like, isn't he supposed to be like the not corrupt cop? And I guess they're kind of getting back into that.
I think he is supposed to be like the corrupt cop, or the sort of like sleazy cop with a heart of gold, kind of.
Yeah, and they're doing that. Oh, it took me a while, because I kept expecting him to be like 100 pounds heavier and just gorging on donuts. I just have this image of him from Batman the Animated Series.
Oh yeah,
never lost my mind.
That's in many ways, I think like Batman the Animated Series is like the pitch perfect version of Batman that all other Batman should aspire towards.
Yeah. And again, like, this is why I'm not really angry at the series yet, is because if you go back and watch Batman the Animated Series, they do some weird shit.
Yeah, but that
like,
was like
there's
the
a
perfect
fucking rogue AI episode. There's like the fucking penguin like flying around on a fucking like a fucking little like helicopter umbrella and shit. So no, like this is basically what I'm basically assuming I'm watching. It feels like a prequel to Batman the Animated Series on live action. Like, that's why I'm not angry at it so far. Is that's really all I'm getting.
Is that it's like a prequel to Batman, even though it's so dead serious and like, oh, this is an important show about important things and important people.
I mean, Batman the Animated Series was pretty self-important for a children's cartoon, which is I think why I liked it so much.
But like, I don't know, the Batman the Animated Series like had like a perfect mix of like, you know, the Batman comic absurdity, but also, you know, it also had like dramatic gravitas, and it was just really artfully done.
Yeah, it was. But I don't know. I feel like I'm not deep enough into it yet. once I hit the pot-bellied pig, you'll probably get the reaction you fucking want out of me.
That moment,
okay.
I still
I don't give a fuck about spoilers, but if you want to tell me no because you want my unvarnished reaction,
yeah, I kind of want your unvarnished reaction for that. I want to see if you
really want to know what the fuck that pig is. Also, the jackass with the katana. I kind of want to know, but what the fuck is that? What the fucking shit is that?
I know you don't care about spoilers, but I want to keep this.
Like, I'll be honest here. That is what I expected out of this series. When you were like so angry and so upset about it, like that is exactly what I was expecting. If I had just like walked face first into that, you would have gotten the reaction you wanted. But now I'm enjoying it, and now
because it's a slow burn with all the comics.
Now you're just gonna get to watch my slow, blinding rage build over the next 4 fucking seasons. They take something that could have been halfway decent, solid like B+ area, and just drive it into the ground.
Who knows? Maybe you'll love it just because, like, you're expecting this insane thing that just only gets crazier and crazier.
I don't know.
Episode 14 is when you can expect a context for that pig.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
Wow. How fast did this series go off the rails? How close am I to the shark jump?
That's a good question. I think you got a little whiles to go. It builds up over time.
All right.
Just little shark jumps here and there. But I think Vish Mooney, when she goes on her little side arc, that's a good indication. You look for that.
Yeah, the eye stabbing thing, I was like, what the fuck is that?
It was a complete attempt to try and like make like sort of like an AMC network television like sort of OMG moment, kind of like the Breaking Bad where like the guy like disintegrates through the bathtub.
I guess. I mean, but that was funny. That wasn't like an oh my god moment. That was a fucking comedy relief break.
yeah, but like it's like a big shocking moment, blah blah blah. Oh, we're gonna talk about. Is that
supposed to be a comedy relief break? Because I feel like losing an eye doesn't quite hit that comedy beat you're looking for.
Not quite, but it's supposed to be like a water cooler moment. Like, oh my god, did you see in Gotham that Jada Pinkett Smith ripped her eye out? Oh my god, that's so crazy. Because like to me, like Gotham is, it's The Dark Knight combined with The Sopranos. Filtered for your grandma.
What?
It's like combining, like what you're watching right now. It's like if you crossed over The Dark Knight with The Sopranos, and it was designed for your grandma.
Why my grandmother? I mean, my grandmother is. I'm pretty sure this would just give her a fucking heart attack or something.
Then I guess your mother, if that's a better example. Because it doesn't feel like as go as far as like other sort of like edgy prestige television, like The Walking Dead has an effed up moment where they shoot children, and this feels like it wants to be that, but it doesn't quite have the balls to like go all the way.
What network is it on? Since I'm just watching
Fox.
Okay, that would be why. Never mind.
But like it seems to think that like, oh, you have no idea. This is so edgy.
I mean, for network TV, this is pretty fucking edgy. Someone just jammed a spoon in their eye. I mean, I'd like a reason for why they did that, but whatever.
So, all right. So we're not gonna give like a 1 through 10 score. We're gonna do an endurance, which is basically also gonna be a 1 through 10. So 1 means like it's just kind of passable. 10 means when you hit 10, you're quitting. You're bailing out.
Okay.
So episode 1, how much was that on the endurance scale?
1.
Episode 2.
1. Episode
3.
It's a straight 1 right now.
Oh, come on! The Balloon Man should have given you like a 3 or 4.
I expected something terrible, and when I got there, I was like, this isn't so bad.
Damn it!
It's gonna be like a frog in a fucking boiling pot scenario, and you're just gonna be screaming at me the entire time, like, oh, this isn't so bad.
I am, because, like, I hope someone in the comments, like, flips out and is like, Telltale Batman is the best Batman ever. How could you hate Telltale Batman?
Preemptively go fuck yourself until Isaac buys me this video game, and then buys me, I don't know. I mean, we're one PlayStation 4 controller down.
Yeah,
I guess we have another one to go, and I don't know. I'll figure out something for you to just like send me to get me to watch this. But until that happens, that game can go fuck itself, and you can blame Isaac for not paying me to watch it or play it.
We can play it. Ah! Ah! I've seen
it's a Telltale
cutscenes.
game. It's basically a movie with minor input.
It's pretty much, that's what most of the Telltale things, they're just like interactive cinematics where occasionally you get a QTE to like keep you on your toes, but it's basically like a popcorn experience, only you get to choose the dialogue.
Yeah, pretty much. So, okay. All right. Anyway.
So they're all consistently one. There has to be one episode that you were
no, I'm having fun with this because I expected to be so upset and angry that right now this is just a honeymoon period for me. Why? Considering all the bullshit you watch and put me through on a regular fucking basis and consistently claim is fucking amazing, I'm surprised that that you're not on here with me.
Like, what's a terrible thing I dragged through recently?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, usually I just say no.
Well, I'm trying to think. Like the only thing I could think of was like the Voltron, and that was something you picked yourself.
Yeah. I was kind of bored of that. God. Yeah, I mean, mostly I've just gotten really good at telling you no, which is why when you offered to pay me the first time,
it's so difficult. I drag you through the fucking best shit. The fucking best shit.
No, you don't.
Yeah, all my shit's great.
No, it's not.
Give me an example of something that's bad.
God, I can't even. Okay. Jesus Christ. See, now you've put me on the fucking spot.
You know what? Think about it for the next episode.
I blocked myself. I blocked half of this shit out, you know? Like, I still want fucking 90 minutes of my... It was longer than 90 minutes. However fucking long Devil's Rejects was.
I was like, hey, it was better than House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, it really was. Jesus Christ, that was absolutely awful. Jesus Christ. The worst part about that is I watched The Devil's Rejects first, was suitably horrified, and just, like, pissed off about it. And then, in an attempt to punish one of my friends who put me through the Fantastic Four, the second Fantastic Four movie, all four of the fucking Resident Evil goddamn fucking movies. Oh god, and a bunch of other shit that I was just furious about. We got fucking House of a Thousand Corpses. That, like, we did. Like, me and my friends grabbed this fucking movie, forced him to sit through it, and blamed him for it the entire time. Like, this was just like an hour and a half of just angry revenge.
Yeah, I hate House of a Thousand Corpses.
Look, I'll give you that some of the shit you dragged me to is fucking fantastic. I still want to own Gyo Tokyo Fish Attack. maybe that will be my price for sitting through the Telltale Batman. You can just send me a DVD copy of that.
The Telltale Batman is bad. You love Wolf Among Us. I don't know.
Yes, I did, motherfuckers. Fable is awesome.
And this is them tackling Batman, the best, character of all time.
No.
I think their Telltale Batman's kind of like in the middle of the road of like what they've done. The highest echelons is Wolf Among Us, a few seasons of The Walking Dead, and Tales from the Borderlands. Then there's like the mid-tier stuff, and then there's the low-tier stuff. Batman, Game of Thrones are kind of like the mid to low tier stuff, and then I think maybe Guardians of the Galaxy is like the worst one possibly.
Oh wow. What about the Sam and Max Telltale stuff? Is that any good? 'Cause I fucking love Sam and Max.
I think it's like probably very fun and funny, but I don't know if it's as dramatically involving because it's like before they have their sort of like Telltale renaissance.
Okay.
The Renaissance hit with The Walking Dead, and that's when they kind of like found their magic formula. And then before that, the rest of it was just kind of like very standard, kind of simplified adventure games.
Okay. All right.
So I think there's something there to enjoy, but I think the real choice is when you got to choose to shoot a child who was being zombified. That's when they sort of hit their magic moment.
I mean, the answer is yes, because the child is going to die anyway. You save the child. You save the child from pain, and you save yourself from being bitten at the same fucking time. How hard is this?
Well, someday I will give you the opportunity to make that choice in context, and we'll see what you do.
I mean, just shoot him in the face. You can cry about it later.
All right, so that ends this episode 1 of the Gotham Endurance Challenge. Who knows how many more episodes there will be? It all depends on...
I am committed to seeing this through as long as you pay me.
I'm hoping by that second PS2 controller, or PS4 controller, you're like...
I mean, you're paying me minimum wage to just watch something while I work out at the gym. This is a pretty good deal for me. I mean, I guess technically it's not paying me. I guess technically you're just like throwing material goods at me, but still, it's material goods I want.
We'll see.
That is really the key to my heart here. Is if you just want me to watch something terrible, just give me something I want.
Maybe what's a popular thing that like many YouTube personalities do. They open like PO boxes so you can like mail them crap. Maybe one thing we'll have to look into the future is like opening up a PO box where people like send you stuff, and then like as tribute you have to like watch something that they send you when they send you stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd be willing to do that. It depends on exactly what you want me to watch. But I have a pretty decent tolerance for shit. I've watched The Room and I've watched Tokyo Gore Police.
So who knows?
I think where I'm really gonna draw my line, where you're really gonna have to like crank it up to like, oh, I don't know, like a full booster box full of magic cards or something, is if you want me to watch torture porn.
But would you like watch like, I don't know, something like Arrow Manga Sensei or that dragon thing?
Arrow Manga Sensei.
You haven't heard about that one? That was the...
No.
No, it was like the show of the sensation for last year. The piece of anime trash that everyone loved to hate about like this little girl, this little sister and this guy.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that.
Yeah, that.
Oh, you... Okay, see, that you'd actually have to pay me for. Like that I will make you pay for the fucking cards for.
Would it take for people to that or the Kobayashi Dragon Maid?
You know, I'll tell you what. One an episode. One booster box an episode, motherfuckers.
Okay, that's...
I am willing to sell my soul for material goods, but even I have a price.
We'll see how people react. So, we'll see how long the Gotham Endurance Challenge. So far, it's going very well, much to my chagrin. I thought like this would be like, but hopefully, there's hope for the future within the next batch of episodes.
Look at it this way: when I break, I'm gonna break hard, and I'm gonna be angry about it. I mean, come on! I got angry about fucking My Little Pony. Okay. You know I can get angry about shit.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of finding that point.
Well, hopefully, I certainly hope once you have context for the pig that you like, sort of, be, oh my god, that was so stupid.
I really want fucking context for that pig. Like this is now just like a series of shots that it's like, what the fuck is this? Like I have that sinking feeling in my stomach because like this is kind of fun, but it's like I'm just watching, he's going, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, I did very well. But the only thing I'm missing from that intro is like a scene where like even Kevin Smith, the ultimate shill king, and Batman fan, is like kind of like iffy on Gotham, but he doesn't want to say anything bad.
Oh Jesus Christ! What? If the man who watched a series or made a series of fucking movies about body horror and fucking what is it, fucking sea lion transformation, is iffy on something.
Walrus transformation.
Oh, that is not a good sign. Oh God, I guess that's something else I'd be willing to watch if you paid me.
Kevin Smith's True North trilogy. I don't even know if he's gonna finish.
Oh fuck. Okay. All right. That's a fucking example of something you've dragged me through.
What?
Red State.
Oh yeah, that was pretty terrible.
Fuck you. That was terrible.
Yeah, that was god awful.
Yeah,
but I never dragged saying like, "Oh my god, this movie's gonna be good."
You had me watch it, you jackass.
Yeah, I did. But you know, I didn't put my like personal identity on like, oh my god, this Red State. You got to see this. You're gonna have your mind is completely blown.
Yeah, no, you usually don't. You usually tell me it's like you have to watch this. It's crazy, and I just kind of sit there like, the fuck am I watching this? This is awful. I hate you.
yeah, that's pretty apt. All right, so you were still good on the Gotham Endurance Challenge, unfortunately for me. I'll have to send you a PS4 controller and look around. Thank you for hanging out with us. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want to send booster backs for ZAVULE to look at stuff, if that's an idea that amuses you.
Depending on just how crappy it is. It depends on exactly what I'm going to demand out of it. But all right, yeah.
Well, we'll see if we can turn this into a thing. All right, so thank you for hanging out. Remember, lobsters and tennis, but don't you grab it.
Manga's made of iron, lobsters made of legs.